extra. Loud extra.
Hydrating for? We've been hydrating the past like 2-3 weeks, so we're still on the birthday recuperation. What we doing?
In the last episode, we had a recording with the guests or whatever. Y'all were drinking red wine. So I did have a few drinks earlier, but right now I'm on the water.
Just because,
but
that's what's up. How's your day been going? Been going okay?
It's been going pretty good. Like I've had a really productive, smooth day. I've been dealing with allergies and everything, but girl, I'm on Sudafed, Claritin, a little bit everything. Right. So I feel great.
I know it's so much allergies going around. Like I fortunately haven't had it, but like everyone around me literally has had it, plus friends. I'm just like,
right. No, I even remember you telling me like your cousin had a really bad like an allergy infection.
Yeah.
It's real right now, girl. We're trying to
well,
grind it out.
So good. So of course we're here to vibe out on the hot topics, and I know you got some hot ones today. So let's talk about it.
I do. I'm gonna talk about it, but I want to just check in with you. How are you doing? How's your week, girl?
It's been okay. I'm not gonna lie. Little bumps though, little bumpy. Literally emotionally bumpy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna be very transparent on
That's
here.
real.
But I'm getting better. I know you're privy to some things, but still not all the way normal in terms of like my emotional state. But very honest. It's okay. And people like yourself and other people have just told me that no one's perfect. And it's just a part of your testimony. So just making testimonies every day, living life, showing that, despite people saying, are you human? Because you do all these different things. It is real. It assures me that I'm very human. And mistakes happen, and it just makes you stronger, and you learn from it. So
that needed to be said though. We're gonna jump into these topics, but I'm happy you just go ahead and set the vibes right for everyone. We have to level set. But to jump into these first topics, because there's some things that, have occurred over time, just things that we observe in general in life. But I want to talk about, how do you know when you really know someone?
That's a good one.
Like, how do you really know if you know someone? Like me and you, we know each other. We've been friends for a while. Like we've gone through the trenches together. We've succeeded together. You've had kids, marriage. We've gone through so much. And I feel like because of that time frame, because of our communication and our like-mindedness, we've been able to maintain a friendship and say that we really know each other. Like, ChiChi, I know that 100%. You got my back. At the end of the day. Right. That's not even a guess. Like, there's no guess about that. I know that. But it took us, and I'm not even going to say it took like a long, long time, but we had to go through things to say that we really knew each other. So at what point can you really say, like, you know that person? What do you think?
Very good context. Again, you always like to give real good context. And yes, before I go into that, we are very good friends. It's been a decade long. And just for the viewers, we've been friends for a very long time. We got closer in college, but I've been knowing of CeCe since, is that element? No, that was middle school. Was that middle school? Junior high school. And one thing about CeCe, she's very consistent. She's very loyal. And I'll just stop there before I keep going and going and going. Now, the question at hand is, how do you know if you really know somebody? Now, I really feel like in general, you really are going to be learning somebody forever, infinity, right? And sometimes me, my husband, I'll say, I know you. I know why you're doing that. He's like, no, you don't know me. So it's always learning. But I feel like with history, like you said, history, different memories, different experiences with that person can kind of give you at least a blueprint on, okay, when I say who is CeCe, I have a blueprint on what she's capable of doing. Now, will it be one-offs or will it, be different things? It's anybody, any human is dynamic, whatever, but I have a blueprint on what CeCe is, what she would do in this situation, how she'll react, and how she will react to situations that I do. So I have a guidance to know, okay, I know exactly who CeCe is for the most part. And I feel like experience and years and time would determine that. I don't have an actual
Yeah.
number because if you experience so much in the first year,
Right.
people can get close in the first year. So it all
Right.
depends on those experiences, those relationships, those conversations, those different moments in one's life that you have been through. Who was there for me? So it just depends. It could be
Right.
in 6 months, So it all
Mm-hmm.
depends.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense. I agree. It depends on what you experience with that person. And the
Mm,
blueprint is very important because I truly believe that
mm-hmm.
people have patterns. I know we all are going to change. We're all capable of change. But at the same time, there's a core essence to people. And I know we talk about this a lot or whatever, being discerning of
That's
people
right.
that you interact with. But I feel like when it comes to knowing somebody, like we know certain
Yeah.
sides of people at times. You know, whether it's our parents, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
our siblings, whether it's certain relationships, sometimes you just know certain sides of people. And granted, we don't people don't know
Mm-hmm.
their own sides. Like you don't know how you're gonna act in certain situations, but you do have a template that you play off of. Your integrity, you know, how professional you are, how
That's
you
right.
like to maneuver in the world. That's gonna be a tall tale sign, like I like to say, on how you're going to operate
That's
in
right.
other
That's right.
scenarios. So I do agree, like getting to know someone, I don't think there's like a time frame on that, you know? But I do feel like, especially when there's honest people in the world, some people are just gonna show you who they are
Right.
up front. Like they are not gonna hide that. And then other people are gonna be more guarded, more selective, and you may not get to know them right away because they're so like
That's
there's a
right.
shield up, you know? There's that
Right.
barrier. But you know there's something more
Right.
to it. So I think it really depends on the person. I think it depends on the way you've experienced that
Mm-hmm.
person. Like in different scenarios, you know, we experience people in different ways. Like just because you're in school with them don't mean they're gonna act the same when you go
Facts.
out with them,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Just to give a
True.
real life example.
That is
So
100%.
I
That's
do
a
think it
very
comes with
good
like,
example because we can go to school together for four
mhm,
years, but if I don't hang out with you outside of school and you don't really know the real person, like there's different faces to different environments that you're in. So I feel like with that experience, like we talked about, so you experience me in school, you experience me outside of school, you experience me in different situations and things like that. That's how you kind of know the different faces, the different dynamics of this individual so that you can know, okay, this is the
mhm,
blueprint and you have a thorough blueprint, not just that one-sided blueprint in the classroom or at work or at the club. Because if you just know me at the
right.
club, then you don't really know me on my 95% of my day. 99% of my day, right?
Hmm.
So you have to be able to know those
Girl.
different things, but also you also can know somebody through direct experience, but indirect experience too. How does that person treat the other people
Mm-hmm.
they're around? Because I say that
Mm-hmm.
because when I spoke about knowing you in junior high, we weren't in the same circle, but I did know you. I know different
Right.
instances that I could say now that I knew exactly how you operated, and I knew one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew that you was loyal to your friends, and it wasn't a big set of friends, and
This is
you were
true.
loyal then, and you're
Right.
still actually cool with them now. So you are. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
You're
right.
pretty much the
So.
same. Girl, and that's the thing because a lot of times people be like, "Oh, well, you act like this when you're in this setting and you act like that." They may think it's fake or something. You know, we talk about that. But at the same time, when you look at the core of a person and their consistent engagements
Mhm.
over time, like
Who
that's
the
going to
person
speak
really
for
is.
itself. Yeah, I know how to maneuver. We know how to adapt in
Mhm.
any environment.
No, no,
That's
no.
not fake. That's just like I know what it is. I'm very in tune with what's going on around me as people should be. You kind of have to navigate in a certain way because everybody's not going to receive you the same way. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, like when you know somebody's consistent
Mhm.
behavior and patterns over time, that to me is a tall tale sign. Like,
Yeah.
I know this person. And same for you. Like, I can say, okay, this is how Whitney
Mhm.
Chi operated or whatever, you
Whatever.
know, with
Uh,
these friends. And I know, like, she gonna hold it down at the end of the day. That's
mhm.
just what it is. Like for the good, the bad, in between, you know, that's just what it is until
Vice
somebody shows
versa.
her otherwise. But your character does not change based on the people
Mm-mm.
you encounter. So that's a lot in one statement. But we're gonna move on
Yeah.
to
And
the
if y'all
next
have anything to
topic
say,
because,
definitely, let us know. How do you know a person? How do you know a person? And
right,
let's talk about it.
right. Yeah, we do. We should talk about it because I think
Mhm.
that's a very interesting topic. So The next topic is a little controversial. We like to drop a little
Yes,
few
we
things here
should.
and there. So, how do you feel about being with a man that you know has cheating
Ooh,
friends?
girl. So,
So, you're
mhm.
with this person either long term or
Mm,
recently dating, and you know his friends are out there cheating on whoever they with, whether they're married, whether they're single and dating, like they have a girlfriend, because technically that's still single if you have a girlfriend. If you're
okay.
not married, you're single. But, that's
Right.
another
That would.
conversation. How do you feel about knowing that your man is friends with people that
Okay,
openly
so
cheat?
yeah, definitely more questions. So your man is friends with a married man that's cheating, or a person that a friend that is dating and cheating. I just want to make sure I know which one you're asking, because there's two different levels.
Let's
Okay.
do both, but we'll start with the one where he's committed to this woman. They're
Okay.
not married yet, but he's not being faithful
Okay.
to her at all.
Not married and not faithful. And what? How would I act in that situation?
How do you feel about it? Just how do you feel
Yeah.
about that whole scenario? Knowing that this man is friends with your husband, he's been dating this woman for 2 years, but they are
Mhm.
exclusive. That's his girlfriend, but he's still openly talking to other people if the opportunity
Yeah,
presents
it's a
itself.
no. Like in my heart, I'm just like, I don't like it. Like I don't like cheating at all.
Yeah,
I feel bad for the
right.
girl, or if it's vice versa, if it's the girl doing it to the guy, I feel bad for them. So it was something that I wouldn't like. Now you said my husband's hanging out with this person,
Right.
or hypothetically, um,
Yeah,
of course you can't
right.
tell somebody what to do. You can't tell them to stop hanging out with that
Right.
person. Just like he couldn't tell me to stop hanging out with my single friends or my dating friends that are doing a thing. So I couldn't force him. Now, will I be comfortable with him being with that person, knowing if they're in a relationship and that they condone that? No. And I will have a lot to say about it. And I will make my influence known to my significant other. But I just don't like it. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Period. I just don't.
So would it be more so like birds of a
I
feather
know you
flock
would only
together?
imagine, right? And I would question that. Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely look
Right.
at my significant other different, because how could you be in a situation, you know, this person is committed for 2 years. They
Right.
kind of live, they do what they have to do like as a couple, and you okay with that? I would definitely do a lot of questionable
It's
things
like
now, but
why?
if this is their friend though, I still just like, man, like your friend may have their habits and they have their characteristics, and that doesn't speak to who you are, because I could be around people doing all kinds of things and you still have that level to do whatever you want to do. So it doesn't speak to your significant other, but you would definitely have your eye open if they're together out there in the scene. That's all.
Exactly.
You just won't sleep at night
Exactly.
comfortably, or you will sleep at night comfortable, but it just would be uncomfortable. I don't know.
I mean, that's real because even if you go to the next level, your man is friends with another married man that you know is cheating on his wife. That's even another additional step added to the first scenario that we gave. So I'm pretty sure your response is
Yeah,
going to be
I'm gonna
similar,
be very
if not the
upset.
same.
And he's not gonna hang out with that person now. I can't force him, but I'm gonna highly influence him. And yeah, it's not. I don't like that.
But what if he comes to you and like, the background of the situation. There's a lot of different factors. People like to
Yeah.
justify things. And this has been his
I,
home dog. This has been his
yeah.
road dog for
I can't stop him from
years.
hanging out with this guy. No,
You
I
can't.
won't.
You can't
But he's
stop
not gonna be
him.
out there in the club all the time with this person. It's just not gonna happen. Matter of fact,
Right.
yeah, you're just not gonna be this person that all the time like that. Unless it's like daytime, you're
Right.
doing stuff, even though you still can do whatever you need to do during the daytime. But it's gonna be red flags for me.
And it makes me just think like, okay, so this person's susceptible to doing whatever. He's
Mm,
out there cheating. And my man, I don't
yeah,
consider him a cheater because everybody's not, they don't have that
that's
same,
right.
struggle or
Hmm.
temptation or whatever. But at the same time, like, which one is influencing the other
Yes.
is my question.
Yeah.
So I agree. There's a lot of follow-up questions that kind of come to mind when you think about like, am I okay with that? Am I being judgmental? Am I not trusting my
Yeah.
significant other? There's so many things that come to play, but at the same time, if the shoe was on the other
Yeah.
foot,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying? Like, would your man be okay with knowing that you're out with the
Cheating on her
female
husband.
that
Yeah,
chooses to
I
mess
know for a
around?
fact my husband would not be okay with that. And matter of fact, if he knew for some reason I told him something, like if he knew that my friend is married and cheating on her husband, I know for a fact he would not be okay with me going out. And I know for a fact he would probably try to
Right.
stop me or whatever. In a sense, I know he couldn't force me, but
Hmm.
I know he would not be okay with that
And why do you think that
because
is?
uh, what is it saying? A bird that flocks together stays together, or tell me your
Yeah.
friends and I'll tell you who you are. And then just influence and
Mm-hmm.
peer
Mm-hmm.
pressure, like influence. No matter how old you are,
Mm-hmm.
how tough you are, how you know who you are. Influence is influence, especially if you're already influenced, say with drinking or something. You got that extra influence. Not to say that no one's strong
Right.
here, but influence is influence. And if you're in a weak moment and you're influenced by the bad people, it could happen. There's a higher chance than if you're
Right.
with good people that don't cheat on a husband that's gonna take care of you, then of course you're gonna be in good hands.
Yeah, you're gonna respect that. You're gonna feel more comfortable. You're gonna feel more secure
Hmm.
in that situation. But I do agree it's more so like you're condoning that negative behavior that you wouldn't appreciate if the shoe was on the other foot because it's like, well, dang, if my wife or my husband is entertaining and putting their energy into this person and they have these behaviors
Hmm.
and habits, that person's condoning
Yeah,
it. They're okay
right.
with it in a sense. In a weird way. You can't
And of
control anybody. We're
course.
all adults. But at the same time, it's like you can pick and choose who you want
Mhm.
to invest your time, energy. Do you support their lifestyle? Like, I feel like that kind of
Right,
comes with friendships. But I mean, I guess it depends on the level of friendship you're
right.
on. So,
So that brings me to
yeah,
another
girl.
question. Like, what if in this situation you were friends with both the husband and the wife, and say the wife is the one cheating, but you're equally friends with both of them? Hell, you was friends with the husband first. What would you
Okay.
do? Do you tell the husband? Do you keep your mouth shut? You go to the grave with it, or you you hint
Oof,
it?
gotta
You
fix my
hint it or
turban.
something like, "Ooh, watch your girl," or what?
Yeah, like I have a
Mm,
really good guy friend and he is married. And so if I was friends with the wife
mhm,
as well, but I've been friends with the husband longer, that's my cool friend. Like I
mhm,
respect him. We build a rapport. I would tell
mhm,
him. I would tell him because I'm like, I'm not
mhm,
loyal to her. Like, I've been knowing this guy. I know how he moves. I know what
mhm.
he's been doing. And if he's been doing foul behavior, I'll be like, okay, well, you better watch yourself because old girl
Right,
doing the same thing.
right.
That's kind of how I would respond, to be
Yeah,
completely honest. Because I just know how I am with my friends. Like, it's not, I'm not saying I'm a snitch because I mean, I'm not in certain situations, but when it comes to like my
right.
people that I care about, if there's information that they need to know so they won't be looking dumb so that they're informed, I'm
That's
going to
right. That's
inform
right.
them. If I know it, like it will behoove whoever the person is that I'm not as cool with to not
Mm-hmm.
disclose
Yeah, you
those
don't know.
things. But if they choose to, and I have more of a loyalty to the husband because we've been knowing each other,
Mm-hmm.
we build this connection. I respect him, I care about his feelings. Then I am going to just be like, hey, I don't know the details. This is not really
Fact. Right.
full information that I can give you. Yeah, facts, but my understanding is that two can
Okay,
play this game.
period. And I think I'll pretty much act the same way. I'll act the same. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Really?
if I'm friends with the guy and I knowingly know the girl is cheating, and but the guy's my friend, and like you said, that's my friend prior to to his girl, his wife, whatever. Yeah, I gotta tell him, and I would, it's unfortunate because I know that can lead to breakup and all this stuff. But like I said, cheating is one thing. I'm just like, oh, why?
But what if you're friends with the
And he's
girl
cheating.
and then you find out the
I would,
husband is
and
cheating?
I'm friends with both of them.
Yeah, you're friends with both of
Oh,
them,
that
but
would
you were
tell
friends with
her.
the girl
That would
longer. So
tell her.
it's the opposite.
Yeah, because
Right.
that's like
Yeah.
my friend. I knew him or what through her, so that's my main one. Um, but even though I
Mm-hmm.
can know somebody, like I know the girl first, but then I met the guy through her, you still could develop a friendship, a strong friendship with that person too. But
Yeah.
that's so freaking hard. Like if you have a strong relationship with both of them. So I would just hope
We're
that no one
both, that
puts
would
me in
be
that
hard.
situation because I wouldn't know what to do. I have to seek a counselor because I wouldn't know.
I'll be like, y'all need to talk because I can't be in the middle of this. I'm not taking on
Yeah.
this pressure. I'm gonna be like, I'm telling on both of
I
y'all
think
at the
something
same
like
time.
that. If they was comfortable enough to show me this behavior and I don't condone it, then
Right.
and I'm friends with both of y'all, and you don't put me in a situation where we're gonna have a sit down and I'm just gonna be like, I don't know what's going on between y'all, but y'all need to keep your pants closed. And that's
Right. But what if it's okay? So this is the extra follow up question. This last one. So what if it's like your close
hmm
girlfriend and you know
oh
she's
my
cheating on her husband? You're not as close with the husband, but because you're married, they're married, we all
yeah.
hang out together.
No,
Would you
I can't
tell?
tell. I'm like, no, that's going straight to the grave too.
I wouldn't either. I'd be like, girl, listen, I don't want
Well,
to
I
know
mean,
nothing
she can tell
else.
me what she want. I mean, she can tell me anything, but I can't tell
Yeah.
her. I'm not gonna tell her husband. That's my friend.
Yeah.
That's no. That's like no. That's like my best friend cheating on her husband, which I would tell her behind closed doors. Like, bro, you cannot.
Right.
You're married at this point.
Yeah.
No deal because they're
Right.
gonna find out, and if they find out you got kids, house,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a disaster. So I would talk to my friend as a
Right.
friend, but do I got to go talk to her husband? No, but I would talk to my friend as my friend behind closed doors, and I'll just caution her like, please don't do this. You got a great thing.
Yeah. I agree. And then we're gonna
Mhm.
leave this cliffhanger
Yeah.
because I know we're about to wrap up, but the cliffhanger is what do you think women that are with men, side chicks, so they're with men that are cheating, what do you think their friends tell them?
What is it?
Like when it's been like a long period of time that has elapsed, like you've been with this man knowing he ain't faithful for like three
Ooh,
years. What
I don't know what
conversations are y'all
conversation
having
I gotta
together?
have then. I know. Is that a cliffhanger or do you want me to answer it?
Go ahead and
Okay,
answer it.
now
I
here's
kind of
the
want to
thing.
know.
So
I
if
want to
I was
talk
in that
about it.
situation initially, I would talk to my friend and be like, just tell them how I feel. Like, you know what, this person, I don't know. First of all, they're not going to be faithful to you. Say they do leave their wife, they're not going to be faithful to you because they're not faithful to their own wife. That's one thing. So it's not gonna be a good situation no matter what. It's not gonna be a good situation. It may look nice and fun in the beginning. They got money because married people usually have two incomes. They got money and all this stuff. But if they can do this to the person that they got on their knees and married, it's just not
Mm,
going to end well. Now it can, but I would say that. Now after that, we're all adults, okay? We all got different things
yeah,
going on,
yeah.
but I would definitely in the beginning express express how I feel about it. But I'm a friend that doesn't judge, and I'm always be there to support my friend in whatever cycle or whatever process they're going through. And no matter what, I'll be here to help them if something goes wrong, and if it goes right, I'm still gonna be here. But I would just give them my advice, and at the end of the day, be there through the process to help them or whatever they need me. But I will not judge them, and I won't like stop being their friend, because I'm not a judge. I'm not here to judge nobody. We're all, like we talked about in the very beginning of this episode, we're human. And some things someone goes through, the other person may not go through, but you can't judge that person because you're not going through it. Because if you was in that situation, you needed something, or you was getting something from the situation. Like everybody has a dynamic life, so you don't know what this person is benefiting from this
Yeah.
person. I'm not innocent at all. So, that person being your friend too, y'all been through experience. We talked about that. So no one is innocent here. So you just advise them the best way you can and help
Hmm.
them through the process in wherever way you need them, wherever way they need you to be at. What would you say?
Yeah, I think it comes full circle with our initial question. How do you feel about having a spouse that is friends with a cheater? It's the same situation. So it's like, do you give people more grace because that's not necessarily their hang up, that's not their struggle, but they're friends with somebody and it could be their struggle. They may be dealing with something in that moment. It makes you kind of think a little bit deeper because it's like, well, if my close friend was dealing with that, I'm not going to abandon her. Like, I'm not going to tell on her either. But I am going to try to encourage her to do the right thing in the situation. And if there is something that's lacking, I'll be like, hey, maybe you need to speak to your spouse. Like, is this something that, it's been ongoing? Are you missing something? Like, I want to get to the root of it. I'm the type of person like, what's the cause of the issue? If we can find that and then we can resolve it, then we're going to be fine. But if you're not digging deeper, you're not taking accountability, you're just out there all willy-nilly, I'm not saying that I'm going to stop talking to that person, but maybe I will look at them a little bit different. I'm just going to be honest. Maybe I will lose a certain level of respect because are you doing this because of fear? Are you doing this because of your own struggles? What is it? Because, like, if you got a good thing going on and you out here messing around, that's what's going on with you, friend. Like, I want to know what's going on with you. And if you like, man, I just been going through a lot. This person's not giving me, my husband's not giving me this, and that. I'm like, okay, girl, well, talk to your man. Because this person is not going to be there. And if they are, and you feel like that's the better option, you may need to make a decision unless you want to live this life. If you want to live that life, just say so. But don't try to sit up here and act like, oh, no, I'm just doing this. Like, take accountability for the behavior. And then just be a man up, woman up, human up. And just be like, hey, this is what I want to do because this is my own issue.
And if you're not trying to leave your significant other, fix it because it's only going to get messier and stickier. So if you will know that your decision, once you say make a decision and you're not leaving the other person, then you must go back there and fix it because you're not trying to leave. So seek the help. Sometimes it's help. We just, people need counseling.
Yeah, it's help.
What is it? Mm-hmm.
And maybe some people aren't meant to be monogamous. Maybe that's our cliffhanger. And we don't talk about cheating all the time. Like, it is very interesting to discuss, but that's not the only thing we discuss, obviously. But I feel like as a cliffhanger, we do need to talk about, like, is that a problem? Is this who you are? Like, what is it?
Let us know. I know we've been talking about this cheating for a minute now, but it's the reason why we're talking about it though is because people going through things, and
right.
Firsthand. And it's something that needs to be talked about. So we have spent a couple episodes really talking about it, really trying to get to the bottom of why do people cheat? Is there something deeper? So we can because cheating is like, it's not the thing to do, right? But people do it every single day.
It's not okay.
We want to know why. Or if there's no real reason, get help, Get help, because you're hurting people, all the different parties, you're hurting them. So we're just trying to bring awareness to this situation. And if anybody's, watching now that's cheating, being cheated on or whatever, be open-minded. And that person may just need some help. So it may not be an attack on you as an individual, but they may need help. It may be deeper. Talk about it.
Yeah, that's true. We're sympathetic. We sympathize with people that are going through different struggles in life. And maybe one day we will just talk about like the people that accept their cheating spouse. Because that's a whole nother level. People that they know their spouse is cheating and they accept it. To me, that's a different type of psychological thought process. But we'll wrap it up there. The vibes are still good. We like to just go a little bit deeper.
Just have topics flowing. But of course, please comment, subscribe, tell us some topics that you're interested in. Some of these topics are topics that are sent in from our viewers that we talk about here because they might want to listen to it. Everybody's not happy, not confident in write on the comments, but if you can, please comment or DM us, email us, whatever is your vibe. Do so, okay? We're here to talk. We're open forum. Let's vibe out.
Yep. Let's talk.